everyone, I'm Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about going to YALC, the YA Lit convention, which is in London every summer. Well, this is going to be the third year and I will be attending the whole weekend. I went last year as well, but I only went for the one day. So I thought I would share some tips and tricks with you guys, things that I've kind of figured out from attending last year and things that I wish I had done last year. So first up is book your tickets as soon as you can. Now personally, me and the gent, we booked our tickets the day they became available, I think, because we decided last year after going one day we wanted to go the whole weekend, and because we both have a job in retail we can take the days off, so we basically just took the whole weekend off, and so we immediately booked our tickets. However, if you can only go one day, or if you can only go on Saturday and Sunday, it might be worth waiting a little bit longer just to pick which day you want to go, because the schedule is still not completely online. Now we do know a lot of the lists of people who are going to be attending, but we don't know when they're going to have their panels and their signings, so it might be worth for you to wait a little bit longer, see who's going when and who you really want to see. Now once your ticket is booked, and if you're going for just the one day, you just have to, figure out how to get there. We usually go by bus to London because from Cardiff it's 3 hours and it's the cheapest way. Also the venue is the London Olympia, so it's quite easy to get there with the tube, so make sure that you either have a ticket, have an Oyster card, have some money handy. Since I've got my contactless card, I usually just use that for the tube because it's the cheapest fare that you can get in a single fare, and it's just really handy not to have to top up an Oyster or get a ticket or anything like that. Just get my debit card out and just boom, done. Now if you're going for more than just the one day, you do have to take into account accommodation. There's a couple of youth hostels. I'll have some links down below. Usually I really like the Youth Hostel Association hostels. They're usually quite clean, they're safe, there's always somebody on the front desk, so in case of emergency, so I do really like them. Me and the gent were staying in a small hotel which is about 20 minutes walk from the Olympia, just because it's not too expensive. It's also in a slightly quieter neighborhood, so at the end of the day, after being at a really busy con for the whole day, I do quite like going somewhere that's quite quiet and, relaxing. Now for the con itself, first of all, there's a special separate entrance where you can queue up to go to YALC. When we got there last year, the line looked really long, but compared to the main lines of the actual con, which is around the corner, it was quite short. I think we only queued for about 20 minutes and we were not even early or anything like that. As far as I know, you'll be able to use that entrance again if you have a YALC ticket. So whether you're just picking up your wristband or you already have a wristband, you can just enter that way, which I think is really handy, again, because lines are huge. I mean, this is a massive con, and the fact that YALC is added to London Film and Comic Con just makes it a bit bigger, and it just means more people. So that's a really good tip. It just, gets you in earlier. Now for the actual YALC floor, that was my favourite part of the whole con. I mean, I talked to the gent about it because he really likes films and TV and things like that, but he really liked the fact that on the YALC floor it's a bit quieter, it's slightly less sweltering hot. That's one of the things you really have to take into account. It gets so warm and so hot on any of the floors. The YALC floor is not as bad because it's not as crowded. There's a lot more space for people to just walk around, sit around, chill out and just kind of have a chat to people, which is really nice. There's also a really quiet space as well for people who get overloaded by information and all kinds of sounds and smells and sights and things like that, which I think is awesome. So do check that out. So clothing wise, we were thinking of doing a cosplay of hobbits, but I think we kind of decided against it just because it's probably going to be really hot. And last year I was only wearing a t-shirt and really thin long trousers and I was sweating like mad. Talking about apparel, if you're kind of not going there with friends, then, wear some fandom stuff. I wore this Throne of Glass t-shirt last year and I got tons of people just chatting to me because they were like, hey, cool shirt. And I was like, yeah, I love Throne of Glass. And then we were just like, la 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 la, yeah. You make friends like that. Also, don't be afraid to talk to people while you're waiting in line, because all the people I've met there last year were so lovely and so friendly, especially because you're both lining up for an author you really want to meet, so you always have something in common, something to talk about. It's a great, lovely place. The next tip I would like to give you is bring water or drinks or food. We brought 6 bottles of small bottles of water, which we thought we were going to use over the whole weekend, but we kind of drank all of them on the first day because it is really hot. There are refreshments at the Olympia, but they're kind of expensive. You know what I mean? I'd rather spend my money on books than spend it on refreshments. So I think what we're going to do this year is on the way to the Olympia from the hotel, there's actually a massive Tesco. So I'll probably just pick some stuff up there because, you know, I'm not made of money. The next thing that I really liked last year is that I made kind of a plan. I definitely went down the list of people attending on the Saturday, which was the day that we went to the con. I made a list of people I really wanted to see. I also had a couple of backups, but mostly I got to see everybody I wanted to, which was really nice. So once the timetable is on the website, you can kind of map out your day and kind of see who you want to see, what panels you would like to attend. There's a massive variety of panels of people there. There's a lot of publishers that have their stand, which is kind of fun to go have a chat, talk about their new releases, things coming out soon. On top of all of those kind of fun things, I don't know if they're going to have them this year, but last year they had an agency arena and like an area filled with like writer workshops, which I thought was really cool. I didn't get to do any of the writer workshops just because we were only there for the one day. There's so many people I wanted to see. I did have like a little one-on-one with an agent, which is very interesting. They're so lovely, and it's really nice to just be in this kind of informal setting where you can just ask questions and have a chat about things. So yeah, I think I've covered most of it. But my final tip to all of you is bring your friends. Just seriously, this is such a massive thing. There's so much to see, so much to do. I brought the gent last year. He really enjoyed it, even though he's not really much of a reader, but we just kind of went through the whole con as well as going to YALC, which was kind of fun to kind of see all the artists and merchandise and all those kind of crazy things. There were so many cool cosplayers there as well. Also, if you don't have any friends that want to go, just kind of tweet at YALC. I'm sure there's going to be people that you know on Twitter that probably want to go. Like that's for instance how I met Kirsty before we went to the Piers Brown event, and now I met lots of people there who are now going to YALC. So yeah, I'm super excited. If you guys are going to YALC, do let me know. I would love to hang out with you guys. It'd be so cool to meet some of you. Yeah, let's talk about books and spend some time meeting authors and listening to panels and all that kind of fun stuff. There you are, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye bye.